coach has let me know pregame. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Nittany Lions ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He'll run it again. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Edwards. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe a crease. And the defense makes a big hit, knocks him down.
I think you're seeing an example right now of some of the playmakers this offense has and just how deceptive they are. Once they have the football in their hands, they're just so difficult to tackle and bring down. David, they've got some difference makers at the running back position.
And it's really hard when you've got backs and speed all over the field, but when you get in the open field, man, it's got to be each other. There's got to be multiple guys coming to the ball carrier at one time so you can get him on the ground. One guy at a time makes it really, really hard. This defense has got to do a better job getting to the football at the same time with some bad intentions. Get that dude on the ground, man.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Keeps it on first down. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking for a crease. It's Hansen. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Shoots it to the left. And they're not on the same page there.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Creates a little room. Lowers those pads. There he goes to the right. Inside the 30. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the win.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. News, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They go play action with Russell. Finds his big tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Reads it, fires complete. There he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. It's a draw. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe some room here. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
It's on target and complete.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Russell. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Dropping back, it's Beck. Under fire. Escapes the sack. And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one. And now we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4th. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Well, he's been showing off his skill and athleticism all game long so far. He's got speed, he's got quickness, he can make people miss, he can break tackles, and with that run, he's now at 100 yards rushing in the game. This dude is a weapon.
Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There's a crease. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bama!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Sauer. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Beck. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch down the right side. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Off play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Nittany Lions decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going for it all. Picked off to stop the threat. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. They'll ride the hot hand, and they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. Keelan Russell fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Russ. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
Makes the grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. To the air, it's Beck. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Taking it the other way.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force third and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. The give from the gun. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the right side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This third down a little longer after that penalty. To the air, it's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good one.
That's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Look at the big fella roll. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. They'll run play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Touchdown, Penn State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. Right down the boulevard. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Comes that Alabama offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. He'll do it himself. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside and take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. There's a little room there.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they swarm him under. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Give to the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Hill. Finding some room. He works his way past the 1st down marker, and that will put this one away.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need 1 play. We need 1 run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the 1st.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. They can't get it done, and it is over.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Alabama! These guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit now, and it could get ugly if there's no answer coming up.
Nail, meat, coffin. You know, we're supposed to keep everybody involved in this game, right? Keep them excited, a reason to tune in. Well, I don't got one. This is over.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. Now the brain trust will go to work on both sidelines. Back to pass, it's Beck. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Complete to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Makes a grab and room to run. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll try to do it himself. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Beck. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Running inside, it's Hill. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to it. Got a little grass. Still on his feet. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rodgers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On the sweet spin, and he's free. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first run.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Arch is going to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Manning from the gun on third down. Going deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive play.
Makes the catch, and he's free.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Grab behind the line. It's Rodgers. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
They'll go right back to the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Russell fires to the tight end. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wingo. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both deep... Oh, he's got some space. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Give to the running back. Could be an alley. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Manning on play action. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. A full dive to haul that one in. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right. Scores on the sneak. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Russell. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Motion from the back. A little release to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Edwards. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Keelan Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Punt is on its way. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Arch Madness. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. 4th down, Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. He hits the slide, and he's converted this 4th down to keep the drive moving. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
They've got the screen set up. There he goes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ringo. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Moving past the 25. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Here's Arts to throw. Dances away to buy time. Pulls it in. It's Townsend. Oh, spin move. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Here's a heat. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got room on the return. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown time. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. There's some room. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Longhorns! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Bringing the heat. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It's so much nicer when you're a defensive coordinator and you're calling plays and you know exactly where that quarterback is going to be. This guy, not the case. He needs to scramble. He just scrambles out of the pocket and still makes big-time plays.
Throwing Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses it.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Under fire, and they got it. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit, and that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Splits the uprights. Good. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman. Might have a chance. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Throwing Russell. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many.
He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Here's Manning to throw. Unloads to the right. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now, turning it on! Got enough for the first. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keelan Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
On the left side, here's Coleman. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
To throw, Manning. Deep shot for the end zone. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick six. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Russell on play action. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Russell. They're setting up the screen. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On 1st down from their own 22. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On 1st down from their own 22. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the 1st down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Throwing Russell. The sure hands, it's Edwards. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Keelan Russell. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Using his legs, it's Smothers. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Maybe a crease. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Manning into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today. And I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for space, it's Smothers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Arch is going to throw for it. He'll take a deep shot here. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Edwards. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Stop is made almost immediately, giving 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They'll go to the counter. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Longhorns want to move quickly. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what it is.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He got enough, slides, and moves the sticks on fourth and short. The Longhorns will have it first and 10.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Got the quick pass. Ripping through the defense. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Manning with a play fake. Might be looking to run. Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers are going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying. It's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Arch Madness. It's complete. Touchdown, Longhorn. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun. Give on the inside. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now here's Russell. Rushes on him. He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to change this route. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Russell. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Fires quickly. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Throwing Russell. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It Smothers. Just burrows right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Maybe some room here. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Unloads quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Keeps it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Texas offense. Here's Arch to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
On the third play of the drive, third down, is the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there. The
run inside. It Smothers. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Throwing Manning. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. He managed a few yards on. Turn, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll go to the counter play. There's a crease. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
Gets the back moving. They go play action with Russell. Completes it in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Keelan Russell. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas. Took it all the way back to the house.
I'll tell you, you love linebackers that are good against the run, but how nice is it when you've got a guy that can sit in zone coverage like he can and not just pick it off, but find his convoy and take it to the house. That is a game-changing play.
And they did tack on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Again, it's Russell. Got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll try to pick up this third down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. The offense changing the play. To the ground to try to move the chains. There's a little room there. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Russell. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Oh, they're after him. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Motion from the wideout. Running inside. It's Smothers. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Here's Manning to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. What a brain cramp. He just lost track of the play clock and gets hit with delay of game on a two-point conversion attempt. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. To throw, Manning. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. 4th down, Manning. He lets it fly. He's got it way down the field. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Alabama calls it 2nd timeout of the half. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Going to the run. It's Smothers. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 1st down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to Brown. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense.
Check. Ready. Slide.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Shift. Jet. Go.
One more time, it's Brown. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
Someone say run out the clock, someone say I don't need to add points, but here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Davison. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touch. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing more. He'll pull it down. Gets the first himself. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Moore will throw. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a gap. It's Davison. Ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
More to throw for it on 4th down. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throwing Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Going with the counter play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Grabbed behind the line, it's Rodgers. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
Kick is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking for room, it's Davison. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll move the tight end. They give it to him again. Finding some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down.
Here we go. Ready?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And some room to work. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The run inside. It's Davison. There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And, man, that's just something you don't want to see a lot of as a defense, man. You don't want that running back getting to the second level where your defensive backs now have to make plays. Those guys are paid to cover. And, yes, they are paid to cover wide receivers, to make sure that they don't get open, not to make tackles consistently. So the defensive line, the linebackers, got to do a better job stopping this run.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
The offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dante Moore, under fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Moore to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, this is an offensive coordinator that has a lot of confidence in his guys, and you can see that from the play call. They were backed up all the way down near their goal line.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They want to run this quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged, as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's got it on the right. The Tide will get the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Russell on play action. Caught behind the line. It's Edwards. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Keelan Russell plucks it out of the air. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Might be changing the route. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Russell. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. It's 3rd and 5. Defense, defense, defense. No one is giving an inch, and the stats bear that out after 3. And this is just the way you want it. The game will be won or lost in the 4th quarter as we take a look at the stats through 3. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, we got some points. Listen, it has been a defensive struggle all game long. It's been sloppy offensively. The defenses have dominated, and this game just feels like it's going to come down to which of these teams can put themselves into position to kick a field goal, and they just did here late. Might that be enough now to win it?
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got zero.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, that play just took a lot of time to develop. The longer the quarterback held on to the football, the longer the time that strong safety had to just think, you know what, I know I'm supposed to be back here covering, but I'm going to go get myself involved. I mean, he shows you his speed as he was able to close the gap.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go play action with Moore. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes a grab right down the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job closing in on him and getting him on the ground.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, David.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not...
And a little grass. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Fires to the big fella. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Man, what a big missed opportunity for this defense. This is a play that we might be coming back. If this offense can take advantage and go score, this is a play that we might have circled, highlighted, shown again. A defense having an opportunity to not put the game away, but make it really tough for them to come back. That's a big missed opportunity.
So now it's second and long. Moore. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Got his man. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We just got to be smart with the clock management.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That's something as a defense you got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
Throwing Russell. Pressure coming. Buried before he complete.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to take off. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested.
Lofts one high and deep. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.